Well, here, how about we start off with this? Let's start off with introductions.
All right.
Um, for you, would you like to introduce yourself? I mean, I'm sure most people know who you are, considering it's your channel this is being uploaded to.
Yes, yes, yes. This is the Slender guy, one and only. And I'm here
Yes, and
with
I probably have, if you watch the videos of my good acquaintance friend here, am known under the title Darkar8 whenever we do play games together, or Darks.
or Darksea.
Or Darksea, yes. Those are, any of those are what I go by. My what are the words they use? Aliases.
Yeah, I was gonna say alias, username, whatever. But yeah, and we are going to be talking about the game that we've all been playing since God knows how long. I don't even know how long it's been.
It's been too long.
Way too long. And we actually timed it really well because like the preseason just started today, so that's gonna be really eventful. So it's gonna be. I just only have 5 short questions, but
Okay.
who knows how long it'll be. I'm not sure if how I'm gonna edit this yet. I don't know if I'm gonna like leave it uncut or just do small incisions. Not sure yet.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, I look forward to seeing the end result.
Yeah, no problem, dude. So I think the first big question right now, and is just the direction that League is going right now. Like the League, let's just say Riot in general, with League and Valorant and all that crap. Do you like the direction that they're going with League in specific?
With League in mind specifically, yes and no. And what I mean by that, when I say yes, I like the direction which they're taking their characters. They still have that very defined idea of what they're trying to do with the characters they're adding into the game. For instance, characters that they have reworked. The reworks almost always like blow me out of the water. They always surprise me. They're always very intuitive and very fun, and they keep the personality and like the idea behind the character very well, while making it new, refreshing, and you know, they make it compatible with the game that League has become for modern day.
Right.
With new characters, it's getting a little overwhelming at times. Like you can take Ophelios for example. The character is like there's just a lot behind it, and even though it can be very simplified once you like put it down to in game, it's just overwhelming the amount of difference and change and the amount that you have to learn to be able to just go against them, let alone play. It gets to be a lot.
Yeah.
As for when I say no to the question, it's more behind the way that they're responding and addressing the issues with the community. I only play the game for fun. I've done a little bit of ranked, but I've climbed to gold and just kind of stopped it there. I don't care for ranking too high. I just care for the free skin and whatnot. But you hear it talked about a lot by like actual streamers, professional players, people that play the game more what's it called, competitively. And it's the issue with people constantly flaming, the issue with AFKs, the issue with dodging, the issue with what's it called, like smurfing, and all this amalgamation of like the plethora of issues that arise and have come to be in the community. And even low rank, low tier players such as like you and I, where we don't play the game competitively, we don't play it often, we just play it every now and then for fun with friends. We still encounter all these issues where like you'll find several people which either on your team or the enemy team. On your team, it's like you die once or twice in your lane and immediately everyone's just berating you and saying like, oh my god, you're such a bad player, return all your skins, I don't know why you play this. Or on the opposite side from the enemy team, they'll kill you once and immediately it's like you're so garbage, stop playing, you know. It's a very toxic community, and from what I have heard, again from like higher streamers and whatnot, there's very little going on to put an end to it. There's no punishment. You can report people as much as you want, but like it actually ends up turning into repercussions for those people very, very solemnly. So that's what I mean when I say I don't like the direction that they're taking, because there's no focus on making the game an enjoyable interaction between other summoners, as they call them.
Yeah.
In the game.
Yeah. Honestly, I do agree with you with the majority of what you just said. As far as like the new champions, though, like I just feel like I think since there's like over 150 champions now in League, I feel like maybe Riot's just having a really hard time of like coming up with like new ideas, so they're just kind of like making bullshit out their ass, like with the Aphelios and shit. Like, oh, he has like his own unique HUD bar, because he only has like 2 abilities, and it's just like a lot of like, let's use like with Samira and shit, like how she has like kind of like a wind wall kind of thing. It's kind of like it's just kind of like getting concepts that other champions have and just making them better. Like for me, when Seraphine came out, I just saw her as more like a Sona clone, or like more like a Sona, like the Sona rework we're never gonna get because Samira's out, because Seraphine's out. That's the way I saw it. I didn't see a new champion. I saw what could have been, you know. And it's kind of upsetting. I do agree, like some of the new champs are just kind of like bullshit. I don't like them personally. I think like the last new champion that I liked was probably like Nico. But,
I love Nico.
Yeah,
I love Nico on release.
But that was like a while ago too. So
yeah, for me, it's not so much the fact that like they're somewhat recycling ideas, because even when they do recycle the ideas, the characters that come out of them still are their own individual. And you know, you can very clearly tell the difference between like Yasuo Windwall and Samira.
Yeah, 100%.
Whatever it is, W. Like it's a similar ability, but it's different. For me, it comes more in the terms of I don't like how overloaded most of the champions. Like, if you look at Set is, a lot of people have said it, is like a Vi that's pretty much just better in every sense, because he gets a massive shield, he gets all this kinds of CC, he gets a pull, like he gets just everything that a character like that needs, and then some. I just don't like the amount of things that they're putting into the characters, because it makes older characters just seem
obsolete.
Yeah, exactly.
So now with Seth coming out, like, you don't see Vi's anymore, and because of it, it's really shitty. Like, the thing I don't really like about League right now is like how it's very like meta crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like how it's like if you don't play the champions in the meta right now, you're not gonna win. When like I just like playing like whatever I want in whatever lane I want, and not really have to care about that. But since League is so meta like related, it's so like, you know, contributing to esports, that they don't really think about the casual players, which is a lot of people. Like a lot of players are casual players, and it just kind of sucks that, you know, we can't really enjoy the game like that. You kind of have to play it in a little bit of a competitive mindset each game. Yeah. And that really like, does suck when like playing a game like that, especially with friends, because like, you know, it's just the other day, you know, it was just not that good.
Yeah, and going back to like the whole competitive mindset, like, yeah, if you don't play with that competitive mindset of I want to win the game generally, even if you like troll around and just kind of play with the mentality of like I'm just gonna have fun, I don't want to win. For me, at least, it still kind of stings losing.
No, it does.
Like, even if I'm playing 100%, like, I don't care what happens. I don't care if I die 20 times. Like, I'm just gonna go in and, like, meme around. It still hurts losing. For me, at least. And I most of the time cannot go into a game with that mentality of, like, I don't care. Because when it comes down to it, I kind of do.
Yeah.
I like winning. That's what makes the game fun for me, is winning. And I've said it before. Even if it's just winning my lane, as opposed to the whole game, that still makes me feel good. If my whole team loses and we lose the match, but I won my lane, I can still at least say that I enjoyed laning and beating my opponent. And I probably enjoyed that more than I enjoyed the rest of the game where, like, we actually lost, you know?
In the rare occasions, I agree with you with that. I say rare because, like, it's really rare for me to win my own lane. Because I don't know, with all these fucking, like, stupid-ass fucking champions are pulling out. I don't know, hopefully this pre-season with the new items and shit might fix some things. Now this is kind of like a more biased question. Let's start this question with another question. Do you remember when you first started playing League? Like what season or like what year?
Very, very vaguely. I can check my skins, and I know I got a skin around the time that I started playing the game, because if you'll remember, I started playing the game before most of like our friends did.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're
probably
more,
the first person to play the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say like between all of us, like you're probably like the veteran because you played first.
The first skin I received was Panda Annie, and I got this skin back in 2015. So I probably started playing like maybe 2013, 2014. It was like middle school. I remember that much.
It's like season 4-ish, season 5.
Yeah, it was around the time that Echo came out. if that gives any indication.
So yeah, it's been a while, a few years actually. It's been a long time. All right, so between then and now, do you have like any favorite moments in League? Just like I don't know, like a rework coming out, a funny moment that happened between gaming, just like any certain games that pop up in your head, or you know, just like in general, like all the years playing League, like do you have at least like some like moments that like, you know, you'll never forget kind of thing, and it makes you kind of like League?
You know, a lot of the games that I've played, I don't remember any particular specific occurrences. Like I don't remember, oh, I got a pentakill, that was awesome, because I've played so many games over the years and they all kind of like mashed together.
Right.
To answer that question, I would be able to pull maybe 2 events in League which made me enjoy the game more. And it would probably be me learning to play Gangplank and actually getting good at playing Gangplank, which I thought was like a major achievement, as well as Akali.
Shout out to Tobias Fate there.
Oh yeah, Tobias Fate was my inspiration, and he doesn't play Gangplank too much anymore. He plays a lot of like Twisted Fate and such, but he continued to watch him, and he still is a pretty entertaining player.
Yeah.
But yeah, learning and getting at least halfway decent at Gangplank and Akali, those are the things which keep me coming back to the game, because even to the day, Akali, in particular, I enjoy like quite a bit, and it's so satisfying playing the champion. Gangplank not so much. With the removal of Kleptomancy, Gangplank kind of became sour for me. He's not nearly as fun as he used to be, because it's just not as enjoyable playing him. I can't proc those stacks of gold and whatnot, so it took like what made Gangplank just overly fun for me, and what the main reason I would play him so often. So I tend to just play other champions top, but Akali continues to be one of my preferred champions to play in pretty much any lane.
Yeah. All right. Was there like any like events in League that you really liked, like through all the events? It's been a bunch.
Man. Yeah, there's so many events that have gone across. Probably the Project event when Project Jin, Vayne, and Vi came out. Ooh. I thought that was a really good event, as well as like the Odyssey event, like the first one that came out. That one was really fun. When they had the PvE.
I think I missed. I missed the Project one. I don't remember. I remember it came out, but I know there was a game mode with it, but I don't think I played it because like I don't think my computer's working at the time, so I'm pretty sure I missed it.
There wasn't Was there an event? I think there might have been an event that was very, very whatever. Like, it wasn't really fun. It was just kind of like, oh, there's a new rotating game mode, and then it was immediately forgotten.
Yeah,
It was more the skins themselves I really enjoyed, as well as the cinematics and the animations that came from it.
100%.
With just like with most events, the cinematics always tend to blow me away, and they're above any expectation I could have had. The cinematic team truly goes above and beyond with everything they do.
Honestly, yeah. If Riot were ever to make like an actual TV show or something like that, like a Netflix show, or whatever, just like Tales of Runeterra kind of thing. You remember those when they were promoting Legends of Runeterra, the card game?
Yeah. Did they announce that they were making a short animated series?
Yeah,
a
short
while
one.
ago?
Yeah, but what I'm saying, but more with the actual characters that we know, and just expanding their lore, getting to know more about Runeterra, each of their the lands and stuff. And I just think if they pull it off with the cinematics like that, I think I watch it.
Yeah, no, I would as well, no doubt.
Yeah,
I was really excited for the short animated series that they promoted, and then they just kind of seem to disappear. They haven't mentioned it since.
Yeah, COVID probably delayed things.
True, that's fair.
All right. So now we're gonna talk about the elephant in the room for a second here. We're gonna talk about ranked for a second. So, when did you start doing rank? I don't think you started off way back when you first started off, right?
Oh no, definitely not. No, I started ranked. Oh man, it's been maybe 2 or 3 years since I began ranked, I believe, but that's a very rough estimate. Like I said, I don't play the game for ranked. I don't play it. I tend to play it for fun. So whenever I do try to grind, it's very short-lived, because I go into the game with a much more competitive mindset, and because of that, I end up getting disappointed or frustrated much more easily than I typically do.
I don't know if I told you this story, but I kind of want to shout it out there, and I don't care if this fucking person attacks me on the internet. So, when I was playing ranked 2 years ago, when I was maining Alistair, remember those times?
Oh yeah.
So
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. So I remember I was doing the climb because I wanted to just get place and just stop playing ranked. And there was this fucking this player who I'm gonna say is a Xayah one trick, and her name was Xayah, spaces between each of the letters, Mastery 7. Possibly one of the most toxic players I have ever met in League, and I've seen quite a few, but this player flat out was just on a whole different level. I accidentally take one kill and she just goes on a rant, and it's not I was taking farm or anything. I was at what, it was really early games, I was 2 farm, and she was just going off, and and the thing was she had a double kill early on because we got a gank. So and it was more just a support, and I auto attacked by accident, oops, and she just went off. I had the jungler, our jungler, backing me up, and same with the mid laner, and she just leaves the game. A ranked game, she just leaves. Just decides to DC at minute 10, I think, and we lost the game because of it. And well, I've never seen someone get so pissed off out of one fucking kill, and it just kind of shows me wow, how fucking really toxic people can get in this fucking game.
I've encountered people like that quite a bit, and it's almost always in ranked.
Yeah,
it's very, very weird to see someone that flustered and just upsetted by something as minimalistic as a single kill when you're already ahead in normal games. And again, it's
saying.
Because of the same idea of you go into it with an even more competitive mindset than you do a normal game because you want to win. You need to win.
Yeah.
To be able to get where you want to.
And I remember the name specifically too. And if I'm mistaken, it's like a dash space Zaya space between each of the letters and a dash at the end. That was their name. Fucking, if they're still like that, Christ, Jesus Christ, get a fucking life. It's a goddamn game. Calm down. I know people play competitively unless you're trying to get into like a fucking LCS or whatever, but. Jesus.
No, yeah, and that's something I always tell people. Like whenever I do happen to be playing ranked for whatever reason, and someone begins to just go off and like blow up because of something small that happened, I tell them, or because they're just generally losing the game for some reason, I always tell them like, it's a game. You need to learn to lose sometimes because it's going to happen no matter what. You're going to lose. It's a game. There's two teams. Sometimes the other team just happens to play better. If you don't like that, then by all means go play a game where you can't lose. Then you won't have like any reason to be blasting and just going off on people because that ruins
writing essays in the chats.
Yeah, like that just ruins the experience for others.
Yep.
You know, and it's a game. Like at the end of the day, the entire reason to play it is for fun.
Yeah, and people just don't get that, and it really does suck. And like, you can keep telling these people over and over and over again, they're just not gonna get it. It's not gonna go through their thick skulls. No matter how hard how many times you say it, it's not gonna go through them.
Unfortunately.
But overall, with ranked, like, have you liked it so far? Is it like something like that you like doing? Is it like a different experience from like normal games for you at least?
If I had to choose between ranked and normal, 100% I would always choose normal because going into ranked, it is a different experience and it's not a positive one. There are few occasions where you go into matches, you win a bunch of them, and you come out like with a good feeling from it. But most of the time, it just comes down to the mentality of like I need to win, and more often than not, it ends up being mentally exhausting or emotionally exhausting if you're having a bad like session of ranked matches. Especially with all the toxicity that you find in ranked, it's at that point I feel like you're not just playing the game, you're like jousting against the other players, both on the enemy team in the match itself and on your own team on several occasions, through the text channel, and like just trying to keep everyone's mental from exploding and just going everywhere. Because if one person on the team, like you said, if one person just ends up DCing because they're upset for whatever reason, a lot of the time you just lose the match. It's extremely hard to win 4v5. So I try to take it upon myself a lot of the time to say like I'm going to try to keep my team from just going at each other and you know, mentally clocking out. That way we actually have an opportunity to win, and it's just exhausting half the time.
Yeah.
I don't like the ranked grind. I don't like the ranked what's it called? Like experience you get. It's not worth it.
I'd say it's not for everybody. That's the main thing.
Yeah, for me at least, it's not worth it.
For me, same. I'm in the same boat with you. That's why I didn't like finish my placements this season, because I just didn't like the idea of fucking like playing ranked. Because it's fucking exhausting. Like and it's really hard, especially like if you're just like solos or duos. Like, you know, I think it just makes it more hard, and it's just not as fun when you could just go into a regular game, you know, with 5 people that you can just talk to Discord and just have a blast.
It makes it a lot more enjoyable.
Yeah. Alright, now we're gonna go into basic shit. So Leo.
Okay.
There is 150 champions in League.
Mm-hmm.
who would you say, you personally, because this is your opinion, is your top 5 most hated champions?
Top 5 most hated.
Yeah, like the champions that, like, no matter what, you hate them, you don't want to play them because they're broken or whatever the fuck, whatever reason you have. Just like, not to be any order or anything, just like your top 5.
Okay. Top 5, I would say Nasus, Jax, Viger, Leona, and there's a lot of champions which I don't particularly appreciate.
Yeah, I know.
And after that, I don't know. There's not really another champion. I mean, probably something like Zoe, maybe? No, Tom Kench. Fucking Tom Kench.
That's fair. That's pretty fair.
Yeah.
You just hate, it's those champions you just hate going up against.
I mean, I've given you the whole 9 yards several times as to why I hate many of those champions. In fact, most of the time they appear in my game and I'm playing with one of you guys, I tend to start telling you why I hate them. Yeah. I could go into it now if you'd like. But yeah, those are the champions which I just really dislike. I would actually probably change Tom Kench for Silas because, oh man, Silas is something else.
Alright, that's fair. Alright, and now let's go for the opposite, and your top 5 favorite champions so far. I say so far because we know they're going to keep adding champions and reworks.
Champions that I like to play, or just champions that I enjoy?
Your just favorite champions that you like to play, I guess.
That I like to play? It's gonna be like all assassins. I enjoy Pyke, Akali. I like Mundo a lot, and I'm very excited for his rework. Janna. And probably Yasuo, actually.
Alright. That's a good list. It's a pretty good list. And this is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer here about your favorite rework so far.
Favorite rework so far?
Yeah.
Probably the Akali one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe
I think
when Mundo comes out.
A good job.
Maybe when Mundo comes out, it might change.
Mundo might change that.
Yeah.
Mundo very well might change that.
That's why I'm making this video, so we can just look back at it and just kind of reflect a bunch.
But yeah, those are my top and low picks. It's mostly stacking champions. I think they should remove perma stacking from the game.
Yeah. I don't think they will, but I do agree with you on that.
Alright, well hey, that was a good talk.
Yeah, no problem, dude. So yeah, if it all goes well, you should probably see Leo more in future videos. And Leo you should probably go hit up Brick and see if you can pick up his So You Want a Main series. Just
right.
Just like, you know. Honestly, I think you could probably like do something like that. Yeah,
I have a good understanding of characters. I don't know if I can go into it that in depth though, because he would analyze and.
Oh, you're right. All right.
Yeah.
Magikarp spotlights.
Maybe. Yeah, I could probably do those.
Yeah, I mean he's not doing them. Just hit him fucking Matt. He's not doing anything.
Right.
He's playing Warframe, dude. No,
Yeah,
not Warframe.
Warhammer.
Warhammer, not Warframe. Warhammer. Yeah, he's probably painting some figurines. Not dissing on the guy.
No, he's doing well for himself.
Yeah,
he's been having
he's funny,
a good
he's a great
turnout
guy.
on his streams and such.
Yep. Yeah, any last words before I stop?
The new preseason items, oh man, I'm gonna have to relearn so much.
We'll do it together.
I'm excited for the new the new preseason and the changes which it will bring and the items, but oh man, I am not looking forward to relearning the entire store system and items.
Yeah.
That's the only thing. Other than that, though, I mean, yeah, I'll be seeing you around on the Rift. Hopefully, it makes the game better than it was, more enjoyable.
Yep. And hopefully it's less toxic. It won't be.
Yeah.
It won't be, but we can always hope.
I just hope they implement some sort of system which will aid in making it less toxic in some way or another. That's all I'm hoping for. Once they do that, I feel like it would be a lot easier to stomach the game for longer than I currently am able to.
Yeah.